Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. This time I'm not on the Adults Craft server. I know I try to do these once in a while, and oh, the farmyard just filled up with a bunch of animals behind me as I'm doing my intro. Fantastic. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to be following BDouble0100's build tutorial he posted a few weeks back, and we are going to see what happens when a person who can't build, follows a building process tutorial. Now, BDubs had five easy steps in his process. First step he did was he used the wool blocks to create the outline of the building, of the various shapes of the building. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab a few different colors and we're going to start outlining our build. So I'm going for like a Gothic Revival style cathedral. So what I'm going to do is I want to have a tower. 5x5 looks pretty good. So we'll just outline the shape here real quick. All right, so that would be one tower. And then I think I'm going to use magenta for the main building. I want like a rectangular building. And we're going to make like an exploded view here. So we're going to go 11 deep on this one. Okay. Actually, let's make it 15 deep. Because I think that scales better with the towers. And I'm going to make it 11 across. So 1. And then we're going to outline this shape here. And that overlaps by 3 blocks. So let's go here. And 2 block gap. And then, alright, we'll go put in. I want to kind of keep the build symmetrical with the towers, so we're gonna go line up to here and 2 blocks out, making our 5x5 tower here, and line up to there and 2 block gap. Okay, I think might have to bring it up a little bit later for higher height, but we're gonna get some height on the main building here. The one challenge I face as a builder in Minecraft is that I always build things way too big. So I'm trying to learn how to build on a smaller scale. Like I used to build my houses 7 high for 1 floor. Then I realized the player is only 2 blocks tall, and most houses in the real world did not have. See, 7 high would be, if we assume, 6 feet, make the math easy, a 42 high foot ceiling, Well, okay, 21 foot high ceiling. Math is hard. Stay in school, kids. All right, so we have our 5 major shapes put in. I think the towers might need to get a little taller just to get the desired effect here. So we'll take these up 3 more. We'll see how that feels. I think, yeah, that would give us room to put the roof on the cathedral, because the roof is even to the tower height before the tower roofs get put on. I think that'd be a good thing. All right, so then we added 3 more rows. So we'll go through and add them to all these towers. All right, so I think that's a pretty good shape and scale. So take a little bird's eye look at the shape here. So we have the rectangle. Now we gotta merge these into one shape as the second step of BDubs' tutorial. So let's see, we have a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'll make that 11 by 15. All right, so we're gonna move down here a ways. And looks like this is enough room here. So we're making 11 by 15 rectangle for the main part of the cathedral. Ready, and then that is going to be made 6 tall. We'll make it 7 tall. I like working on odd block numbers. All right, we're just kind of doing like a little wireframe right now. We got to take the orange and we got to figure out how we're gonna do a 5x5. Then we set it back in 3 blocks deep here. So 3. So now, how far in do we want to go? Do we want to go 2 blocks in? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and center that basically. I kind of like that. So basically, we just center these towers in the corners here. All right, and we'll come down here. We'll do the same thing. All right, so that is the basic shape of our cathedral at the moment here. So now let's go ahead and let's raise the height of this thing up. And that looks about right there. All right, so now let's raise the other tower. And that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in between. Perfect, an odd number of blocks. We'll raise this up to be 7 tall. Okay, so now we have the basic shape built up, all merged. So now we gotta add in our roof blocks. So I'm gonna use light blue for the cathedral roof blocks, and I'm going to use yellow for the tower roof blocks. So roofing is kind of like my biggest challenge here at the moment. So I kind of think we want to put like this, and yeah, it's not a terrible roof. I think it adds a little bit of visual interest. It's definitely got some stuff going on here. Oh, gotta fix this up, make that symmetrical. I'm a big fan of symmetry in my builds, so. All right, we're gonna duplicate this roof. Okay, look at that. That roof shape, I'm actually quite pleased with that roof shape. So now, the next step is to put the roof on the main cathedral here. We're gonna use the light blue blocks for that. So what I'm thinking of doing here is now we get this little bit of a roof overhang here, which is gonna make it a little bit difficult to put a roof in here. So I think if we go like this, and then just kind of step this back in a standard A-frame roof. Okay, so that appears to be a fairly decent looking shape there. I do say so myself here. All right, so now it's time to figure out our build palette for what we're gonna do. I'm kind of want a white palette. So let's see what white blocks we have. Well, we have white wool, white terracotta, which is a little bit of an off-white, white concrete powder, white stained glass. We can't really use shulker boxes. White concrete. And we also have, you know, obviously we have the full run of the diorite stones. So we have white wool, white terracotta, white concrete powder, white concrete, white stained glass, polished and unpolished diorite. So I'm thinking for like the bottom foundational pieces here, maybe we want to add in some gray through some stone. So maybe we can use in some stone, not infested, some stone brick for our foundational rows. We did some cracked stone brick and some cobble. All right, so let's take the stone and and start building out some of the cracked brick there. Okay, so now we have our foundational rows built. Time to pull out some of the white blocks here, and let's see if we can kind of figure out a little bit of a block scheme here. Let's try the unpolished version. Because what I'm going for is kind of go for it. Was built out of like a marble at one point, but it's degraded over time. This is an older style cathedral here. And honestly, I think the diorite itself is just too harsh as well. So we'll pop in some wool and white concrete powder. I'm thinking is gonna be our best bets here. Okay, that looks like a fairly decent texture. Okay, and now we have our towers, our walls and textures. I think I might want to change it up a little bit and go for a more of a wood wall on the main interior building here. So let's sit ourselves down. Let's find some new blocks to work with. I really like how dark oak logs look. So I'll drop that down there. And then let's go with oak plank. and see how that complements. So what I want to do is I want to create these vertical posts with the dark oak logs. And then see how the oak plank fills in. I think we need to see a bigger sample size. I think I might have to wait and see until the roof gets done. See how it looks. I think what I might do is I might just take these supports out. Looks a little too striped for my liking. Okay, so now we have the towers built. The walls are pretty much textured. I could make it like my white ivory towers with a nice wood, kind of blending that fantasy and that Germanic feel together into one build here. We went ahead and in the interior, we spanned a bunch of lanterns down to kind of light up the room, and we kind of carved out the interior. So if we're gonna do this as a functional cathedral, our altar would probably be up here, raised up a little bit. Pews down here, and probably various devotional areas, a cauldron full of holy water, maybe, you know, maybe a little confessional booth over here. Bishop's office, maybe we can fit that in there, or it's like a little meditation room, maybe a little storage room here. Yeah, I don't know. We'll kind of see how the build evolves. Right now I'm just going through and just kind of knocking out the rest of the orange blocks because they serve no purpose at this point anymore. So the orange and the purple blocks are all knocked out. So let's move on to the larger roof. Now, I want a dark color for the taller roofs. Something with stairs and slabs as well. So I'm thinking we want to use maybe dark prismarine here. So we'll sit down a full dark prismarine block. We'll also get stairs and slabs in our palette. Set those guys down there and there. So what I'm thinking here is for these supports, we use the stairs here. We'll replace the first row here with full dark prismarine block. Like that. And we'll do that for the same here. And then we'll do stairs for here. I'm thinking we'll probably just do a solid full block instead of having that gap there. We'll do stair there. So something like that, I'm thinking. I think that looks pretty dang cool. Might just lob that off. See how it looks now. Yeah, I'm thinking this could definitely be worthwhile as a roof here. Let's go ahead and let's duplicate this now on the other towers. Okay, I am liking how this is shaping up so far. We got some nice color and texture in here. Now, for this main roof here. What to do here? I'm wondering, let's see, we're using browns, grays, whites, and greens. We're getting a little complicated in the colors here. I don't think I want to bring any new colors in. So what if I did, let's see, kind of want to bring in some polished diorite. But I wonder, that doesn't really give enough contrast to the towers though. If I use dark prismarine stairs, it's gonna muddy in with the other roof. So do we go with dark oak and oak stairs and kind of get some color separation that way? All right, and there we have it. We have completed BDouble0100's tutorial, and we've built ourselves a little bit of a church or cathedral, however you want to call it. Really, the only difference between a church and a cathedral is if it's a bishop or a priest, as far as I understand Catholicism. But I am not a perfect expert, so don't go on. It's a place of worship. So let's go inside and take a little tour. We're going through our door. We have our little thing of holy water to cleanse yourself with. Over here, we have this little prayer area where you can come and pray before Mass. Come up the steps to our pews. We have our altar here, which I should probably put a little bit of a white carpeting on top to represent the white cloth that goes over top. We have our lectern where the people stand to read from the Bible. We have a stained glass cross behind the altar. We have a little seating area here for the bishop to prepare his sermons at, or priest or minister, whoever can prepare their sermons. I'm not quite sure what to do with this side over here yet as far as interior decorations go. The roof is all stripped dark oak log with some beams running across it and up down the middle. I think that gives a really nice little pattern there, as well as some good color. The floor and the pews are, we're going to change the pews out for regular oak. Just a little bit better contrast because everything is starting to kind of muddy together here. I like the floors being dark oak planks. It's very simple, and this is like a very low-key rustic thing here. So I want to keep, I don't want to be overly adorned. And there we go. That change has been made real quick. And I think I like it here. Actually, no, I think the oak is blending too much into the walls now. So let's go ahead and let's grab something that's going to be a little bit more. Let's try jungle. Let's see how jungle looks. As you can see, one's never truly done with their build. We'll get these stairs put in and we'll see how it looks. And I think I've achieved my mission of building to a smaller scale. It's not, you know, it doesn't, it's not, I wouldn't say cramped. It feels cozy, but not necessarily cramped. Boop, 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 boop. Sitting here, listening to the Mass service. It feels like a church to me. We're gonna move these lanterns here to the outside edges. Let's see here. We're gonna put that, set a lantern there, and set a lantern there. And there we go. I followed BDouble0100's building tutorial step by step through all 5 steps of the process. The outside could probably use a little bit more decoration, a little more detailing. But honestly, at this point, I feel this build is a lot higher quality than my other builds in the past. I mean, you can go and look at my channel. There's a video I did called Rip My Build, where I tried to build a log cabin. You can compare this to that if you want. And I noticed there's one block off up here on my roof. Slight imperfections like that drive me crazy. And then we'll just knock out that stair there and put in the dark prismarine block. And there we go. That's all good there. This needs to be dark oak stairs. Even the wandering trader agrees with me. No, that needs to be regular oak. And wow, this needs to be dark oak all the way up the side here. There, like that. Okay, like that. That's looking good. And that is looking good as well. Okay, I am still one more little detail we add. I need to put just a little pointy tip on the top of these towers, just to bring them all to a central point, because it's kind of where they're going and it is kind of just cut right off. There we go. And there we have it. I would say this build is done in the books. I would not be ashamed of putting this into my own survival world. I think Like I say, it's not B-Dub's level or B-Dub's quality. It needs a lot more detailing. Needs some shrubbery, some foliage, and a lot more visual interest. But right now, I think following this tutorial, I think results in a pretty good quality build for people who don't build very often. People who are not what we call quote unquote builders in Minecraft. I think this is perfectly fine, and you could definitely use this as a good starting point to learn how to build. So I'll link to B-Dub's tutorial in my description down below. Check out his full-length tutorial video. It's really good, worth the watch. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. P.S. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. This is good stuff here. I mean, if you want me to test anyone else's tutorials, go ahead and link them and make a comment down below. Let me know who you want me to go and test. And if I like your tutorials, I will give it a try. And anyways, I'll see you guys later.